Welcome to our Dragon Age Inquisition blind first playthrough, and we are getting ready to head to Val Royeaux. And of course I have things I want to do first. We talked to Solus last time. It looks like in our corner there it's saying Measuring the Veil, travel to Hinterland. So I don't know if that's like a special quest we figured out with him or what. But
though the darkness comes upon me, I shall embrace
Not
the
as
light.
many as would have
I
if we
shall
weren't
weather the
here.
storm.
Now
I
hush and
shall
pass me a
endure.
bandage.
What you have created, no one can tear asunder.
oh, there's just so much damn talking. I wanted to talk.
True. Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports.
Yeah, I realized that Cassandra probably did have more for me to talk to her about, and I'm like, oh wait, we already talked about that, but I didn't think so.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can.
Ooh.
We were friends once.
Do you have to kill him? Stop Liliana from killing the traitor agent. Traitor deserves to die. I'm sorry.
It will be done.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Trust me. Everything I do is to protect our interests.
Do we just...
Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
I don't know what that was about.
Reports of fade rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition.
Right on. Why do you care about the mages?
Why
so
do you want me
much?
to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care?
I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right.
Hey, right on, Liliana. Any updates so far?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
All right. You're Justinia's left hand, not the right.
They called you the left hand of the divine.
That they did? What of it?
The evil hand, right? No. Tell me more about Justinia. What is the left hand?
What exactly does the left hand of the divine do?
A divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them.
Right. Why so many enemies? Well, I mean, that kind of goes with the territory, I would think, but...
Why did Justinia have so many enemies?
There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm.
That's a bit shady. You're evading the question. Sounds like a spy master. I'm going to say she's evading the question.
You still haven't told me what you did exactly.
I handled difficult situations that couldn't be resolved through more delicate means.
Sure. Okay, why start an Inquisition? Why don't you join my party? Yeah, well, that's one. We'll go in order.
What is the point of an inquisition?
Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail.
Yes, a reformation of the Chantry. That's kind of neat. I'm sorry she died. I'll try my best. I'm sorry she died, man.
I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition.
So am I.
And what else? How about why don't you join our party?
I could use the left hand of the divine at my side out there.
Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see?
I do see, actually. Arya. Wait, no, not Arya. I'll remember
I'd like
here
to
in a
hear
minute.
about Justinia. What was she like?
A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that.
Were you more than friends?
Was there something more than friendship between
That's
you?
none of our business.
You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship.
She definitely has a chip on her shoulder here. Well, how did you meet?
How did you and Justinia meet?
I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
So, and I believe that would have been Leliana's song, one of the few DLC that I did not catch on Origins there, because they were making me pay for every single one of them, and I'm just getting going and learning this world. And I heard that it's kind of out of context, it's not part of the main story, and it doesn't affect our decisions in the Dragon Keep, but I might have to go either play it, or, and if I did, I'd do it on camera, or even just watch it on YouTube, maybe, just to get that story. But let's continue this later.
We'll talk more later.
Perfect. Now, lastly then, before we make some moves here, I always say lastly, who knows? Let us go see Cassandra. Because I wanted to punch myself when I was watching. It's like, I go talk to her. Nope, looks like I got all that stuff. Oh, we know. It's like, no, there's more. But I'm glad we saved it. And I wanted to have all these conversations before we head to Val Royeaux.
Greetings.
Greetings yourself.
I have some more questions.
More.
Why am I not surprised?
Oh, what happened to your brother?
Tell me about your brother.
I would
yeah.
prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
That's all for now.
I'll let you get back to work.
No. There's got to
Do
be
you
more.
need something?
Tell me, did we already learn about the Seekers in the Chantry?
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago, when it united with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
But what are Seekers? Why did the Seekers rebel? How do you become one? Enough talk for now. No, but what are they? Awesome.
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the Divine. And not even her, truthfully.
Ooh. They did a bad job. Then who watched you? So you led the Templars in your own way.
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion.
Right.
The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot. That kind of power is troubling. You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Could that be fixed? Enough talk. Oh, that's nice. We're going to go with that.
Do you think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
Wow, she's crazy. I love her. She's so self-aware. What abilities do you have if you're not taking all the lyrium and everything, right?
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages. Ours come from ritual and many years of dedicated training.
Bene
We
Gesserit?
cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role. Seekers can gain other gifts, though that depends on the individual.
What are your gifts? You know what I'm saying? No.
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set delirium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will. Some Seekers use it to interrogate, others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Okay, and how did you become... No, why did the Seekers rebel, right?
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
Okay, but you disagree, it seems like, right?
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified. If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes...
I agree with you. It was inevitable. Mages should be free. You care deeply about it. I'm agreeing with her.
You're right. Something should have been done.
When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
Right. Well, how did you become one, specifically?
How does someone become
Did she
a
tell us
Seeker?
that, or?
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train rigorously for years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
All right. What is the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty ourselves of all emotion, focusing only on the purity of our devotion. And the moment it finally ends, it's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
So she goes out and meditates for a year? Awesome. It does sound wonderful. I'm with it.
I wish I could experience that.
If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
All right, enough talk for
I
now.
have no more questions.
I think we are good. By the way, that was such an interesting conversation at the end of the last one that I overheard in the Chantry. They were saying there might be a way to reverse the Rite of Tranquility. But then, yeah, whether you'd want to and what that person would feel all at once, all the emotion and everything rushing back in. Did we read this? Andraste's Mabari. You know Andraste's old Mabari? What is this? Oh, it's a patron of the arts. What do we look? I missed the thing on the side. He didn't show up in the chant, and if you ask those holy sisters, well, they'll say Andraste can't have some big smelly war dog, but all Ferelden knows it, right? Our sweet lady needed someone who would warm her feet at night. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, that dog, he guards Andraste without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. But the old Mafrath gets to plotting, tries to lure that dog away, but even as they trap the prophet, her Mabari never strays. This is awesome. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be sworn companion of the Maker's holy bride. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out toward the fire. The Hesarian, he shed a tear as the dog laid on the pyre. And there's Andraste's Mabari by the holy prophet's side. In the fight against Tevinter, that dog would never hide. They say the Maker sent him special, always loyal, without pride, so he could be sworn companion by the Maker's holy bride. Yes, that Mabari's the companion of the Maker's holy bride. A popular, if historically unlikely, Ferelden Tavern song. I'll take it. That was awesome. Have I been in here? I've probably been everywhere. I'm just double checking. All right, we are doing it. We're doing it. I swear. There's There's a million things else
Walk
I'm
in
missing.
peace.
I am walking in peace.
The word for heaven or for earth, for
We're going
sea
past
or
these
sky.
fools. I just
All
can't.
that
I
exists
can't right now,
Creator,
not with
judge
you.
me whole. Find me well within your grace. Touch me with fire that I be cleansed. Tell me I have sung to your approval.
Sorry, I had to hear that one. Cleanse me with fire. Okay. Well, I think it's time, y'all.
For trusts in the Maker, fire is...
And we have some things that we're picking up here, huh? Sorry, drinking cocoa here, trying to drink it while it's hot. I'm past coffee time in the morning, which I'm trying to cut back on anyway. So, gather coin. Our efforts bore fruit. A portion of the profits will be passed to you. Use it wisely, Herald. I don't know how much I got. Then we had the nobleman's concerns. We sent Cullen after. Oh, we got some influence. Cool. Address the nobleman's concerns. Commander Cullen, am I to understand you are in charge of the soldiers trampling on my lawns, providing food and refuge to the scrabble of filth burrowing into my land? A plague on you, sir, for spitting in the face of an honest petitioner, for taking advantage of my distress. Did my wretched neighbor Bantraft whisper in your ear? Tell me what he paid you so that I may at least know the price of treachery, sir. My only consolation is that a few of the rank and file have gone to join your farce of an inquisition. In bitterest disgust, Lord Kildarn. That's because, I think, because he's too nice. He wanted to help the refugees, and they were probably having an issue with them. We'll take it, though. And now over here was deal with the relatives, and we sent Leliana. So, dear Lady Montelier, splendid news. Lord Trevelyan's relatives have become much more careful about invoking the name of the Inquisition. In fact, they appear to be deliberately avoiding me as well, as if they're afraid that the more the Inquisition scrutinizes them, the more may be made clear to our eyes. Just imagine. I trust you are in good health. Tell me, how does the left hand of the Divine fare these days? Please pass on my compliments to Sister Leliana, whose work I always admire. Best regards, Lady Buttlefort. Well, that looks like we did well on that one. And, okay, so do we have anything else? Turn of Highever. We should set these up, right? To whom it concerns, the Tyranneer of Highever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in Highever in remembrance of Justinia and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Terran Fergus Cousland. Ooh. I know Terran Cousland, and I knew Justinia. I can't attend, but I could write to them. We have a number of Ferelden officers. We could send an honor guard to Highever. We should send a diplomatic attaché and some of the Templars who knew the Divine. Absolutely. I'm going with her. That makes sense.
Let us begin.
Let us begin. What else we got here? Varric's, Hard and Hightown, Varric's Revenge. It's available. What the hell is that? Is that two of them? I can't tell. Oh, this is Storm Black Emporium. There we go. There's only, if this author had evaded the Merchants Guild, the Crows might be a better choice for investigating him. So I don't want to do anything with this. I'm going to wait. Because if we send the wrong thing, we're not going to like it. So let's go to Orlais here. Let's see over here, maybe we can get one. Investigate the shards where I'm not going to spend my power yet. Don't worry. But Flames of the Inquisition Charger. I just want to see what they would say. Leliana, I'll quietly make certain nothing interferes with the arrival. Cullen, our soldiers will ensure the creature arrives safely. Flames of the... Is this another horse we get to choose from? We have garnered the attention of the finest armorers in the land, and they would not see our message conveyed unadorned. They offer a mount that reflects the flames of the Inquisition. It is, by all accounts, magnificent. A block letter note follows. We should send our best, and you will know it when you see it. It is much at home in parade as on the battlefield. Let all who stand against you see that they stand against a force, a cause. Our skill is yours, those of the hammer. Well, we'll send Leliana. And we got it. Inquisition Barded Charger. I don't understand yet about horses, and how to flip them, but we will. I think we are ready. Are we ready? And as I'm saying that, what the hell is this? It's the red heart. It's another one. Such is the reach of the threat that the Inquisition received offers from all corners of Thedas. From a distant clan of Dalish comes a surprise, a letter in flowing script, as it were. Perhaps you are not as we and do not share what we believe, but this threat is common to us all. For the wounded sky belongs to everyone. If nothing else, we would have you surefoot in the journey towards victory. Mas en Salin Lasa Revas en Evanera. All right, well, thank you. I'll quietly make sure nothing interferes. Thank you. Just all types of DLC horses, I'm sure. Perfect. Well, now we're going. That's it. We're in. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. I can't talk. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. And at this moment, we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. We are 5. We're hitting it.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
Ooh. Oh, we got our wonderful garb. This may not actually help. This is a terrible plan. I'm not worried. Is it this may not actually help? I'm not worried. How about that?
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him.
Oh, yeah, you will.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Okay, address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Yeah, we see that. Yeah, confirm. Let's do it. I'm excited. Speak only the word. Can we see it? There we go. Oh, that's pretty. And we fit it in. Oh, yeah.
The city still mourns.
Bells are ringing. We'll see if I have to cut out the music. Sometimes in the intros you do. So if I do... Oh, she's running in fear.
Just a guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
I think they all know who we are, too.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Go kill all these Templars? Wait, no. Let's see.
They
Soldier.
wish to protect the people? From us?
Yes, well, we'll find out there.
You think the Order's returned to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense, not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Right, go. Don't just stand there. What do we got here now? Oh, wait, are these all reeds? No, come on now, come on. Was this the avenue of her reflective thought inscribed upon a plaque? Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. This is neat looking, though. First, though, I want to level up, I just noticed. We've got a little bit of it here. Where we at? Cassandra. Cassandra. Lovely, lovely Cassandra. She's Vanguard Battlemaster. We were working on Weapon and Shield. Wait, is this? Bear mauls to the wolves. Use techniques perfected by Orlesian Chevaliers. You can't be flanked by enemies, and you're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. This is Warrior's Resolve. Stamina restored for her. Turn the bolt. I think we... Do we have this one yet? We already do. Let's go with... Don't know yet. Let's go with Shield Bash. Give that to her. Love it. Now, we also have Solas. And we're sticking you into the green here. Rejuvenating Barrier. When you or your allies have an active barrier, the beneficial energy invigorates them and helps them recover mana or stamina more quickly. Revival. I don't think we can get it yet, can we? We can. Perfect. And then we'll keep building around. Okay, we are leveled up, though. Mafrath's Blood Guilt. Beneath scratched by Vandal, and his head suddenly weighs too much. Oh, yeah, kind of cranking on him. Well, they don't have these for everybody, do they? So that's the same one, Mafrath's. Remorse. Beneath scratched by Vandal at meeting a low door frame. Hitting his head going dope. Is that a little Homer Simpson reference? And totally forgot about our boy Varric. I don't mean to forget about Varric. You're gonna go back to Bianca, I think, still. Either explosive shot or leaping shot. We're gonna go explosive. And then maybe we'll start varying things a little bit here next. But that gave him something else to do. Oh, Val Royeaux. Mafrath's regret. Beneath scratched by Vandal. About his unfortunate hair. Is that what he's regretting? Man, all these are just little digs on Mafrath, huh? Isn't he the one... He was the husband of Andraste? And turned against her. Beneath scratched by Vandal, an unrelated headache for his penitence. Okay, finally. The avenue of her reflective thought. The avenue is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects. Not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. Excerpts from excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium, a bard. Man, this is so cool looking. I'm just going to walk forward for a minute. Oh, we have signs that are telling us where to go. This is amazing. This place is beautiful. Is this an armory? Pierre? Marie?
You'll forgive if events are a little too flustered for commerce. Nothing personal, Inquisition.
Right. We need to go where we're going, and then we can come back here. I see it now. I see it. But these guys are crazy. Looking. Fast travel. Alright, let's just find out what's going on. We'll just run into it.
Templars will help us, as they...
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell.
What do I say?
We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no mage in our hour of need.
Let us talk peacefully. Stop this now. We have a real enemy. I never claimed to be. Oh, man, but others do. How do we do this? How do we do this? It's either I never claimed it, or I'm going to say, let us talk peacefully.
We came here in peace, simply to talk. And this is what you do? I implore you, let us sit down together to deal with the real threat.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late. It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Gross. What?
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Who's this fool? How dare you? Saved me the trouble. Not here for us then? Am I supposed to be impressed? Say, how dare you?
What's the meaning of this? Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages.
Gross.
You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Then why are you here? Help us to close the breach. Templars, join as Cullen did. Should I say help us close the breach? I'm gonna say, I'm going, I don't care.
Templars, one of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as he did. You're a mage. Your ties are worthless. They are all made traitors just by being in your company.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
Never question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Where are they marching? To Ferelden to kill mages? I don't get it.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
How well do you know him? Yeah, how well do you know the guy?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Ooh, is he possessed? Or who? Oh yeah, who knows what's going on here? Will he see reason? So much for Templar help. We'll find another way. Will he ever see reason? Yeah.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Right. So, contact the Templars. Champions of the Just, travel to the hinterlands. The threat remains. We got to return to Haven. Well, let's look around for a minute.
Divine was murdered. Toothless old fools are lost without her.
What's up, Belle?
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
It's true. That's the plan. Why do you ask? I'm gonna say that's the plan.
We're going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste... I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
I'm asking Cassandra.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
No thank you? No, all right.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
I don't know if I'm that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Nice.
Our Templars left. The Chantry promised they'd defend us.
Do you have anything to say?
What's that? An arrow with a message?
What? Where'd it go? It's right in front of us? Yep, on the ground. Okay.
It seems change is on the wind. I wish your leaders well.
Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red thing in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. That's funny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. Right, so we're going to have to run around for that. Let's just take a look at a couple things here. We already have extra power. Yeah, what is this? Oh, that's the Red Jenny stuff. Okay. This is so cool. Can we, Oh, what's that? Change floor. Oh, we can go up a floor. I love this. I think this is so cool. But first thing we want to do, I think, is head to the Codex. We haven't been here in a bit. All right. Lord Seeker Lucius Corrin. For months we were all so certain Lord Seeker Lambert's death was an assassination carried out by mages. He had, after all, declared the Navaran Accord null and void, hurtling us headlong into a war against the rebels. Why else would he be killed, except as an act of retribution? The entire Templar Order was fired up, ready to take up the fight against the mages, something we were sure would be over in a matter of weeks. Thus the election of Lucius Corrin to the role made me despair. According to the few seekers of truth whom I spoke, he was a moderate. He agreed to the Divine's conclave, and every Templar I knew felt certain he would compromise to see the war ended. So something is different about him. But lately the man seems different, does he not? I never met him before he assumed command, but even in the short time his opinions on the war have turned. He did not go to the conclave he personally supported. In fact, he seems to regret supporting it at all. He talks of the Templars establishing themselves as a power in our own right, and our fellows are all too eager to listen. I don't know from where this change of heart came, but I begin to wonder if Lambert's death wasn't as simple a matter as we assumed. Something is amiss within our order, and all I know is that it's beyond me to discover what. Yep, found in a burned out letter. Let's see, do we have any more on here? Not there, but we do have a creature. Which creatures did we meet? Oh, I see. It's the other horse one. And then the red heart. Honored, oh, maybe the other one we had. I can't remember. But the red heart, is that the new one? Honored to see one up close without meeting it. Its points first, the pride of the stable, of any stable. Even the Dalish I've had occasion to ask have said it's rare to glimpse them at a distance. The few who have mastered one, and it truly is very few. Say there is no animal more sure of foot, more attuned to its rider, more inspirational to simply gaze upon. You want to match the majesty of this creature? Grow some bloody wings. All right, and then we already read the bog one. And finally, I think we have Val Royeaux, which I'm sure we have not read yet. Here we are. Val Royeaux. Any resident a Royan will say it is the greatest city in the world. Many take such pride for arrogance, but they do so through smiles as they nod in agreement. For such is the cost of doing business in the capital. Val Royeaux is in every way a world leader, in commerce, culture, and its own exaggerated beauty. The site was founded during Avirian's grand unification, the result of a mix of influences not so much balanced as driven together. And while such an amalgamation would be cause for chaos elsewhere, the prosperity of the region has enabled an upward spiral of indulgence. The capital has endured the ages to become a beacon of civilization, and its citizens the measure of modernity. Just ask them. Oh, just ask them, yeah. An element of Val Royeaux is notoriously risque, and it exists harmoniously beside the aristocracy and the palace bureaucrats. Indeed, the aristocracy tends to indulge in the city's darker side quite frequently, if discreetly. and that only adds to the mystique. Nobility elsewhere tend to be much more conservative and concerned about their reputation, even if a trip into the capital to indulge a few private pleasures is not completely out of the question. In Val Royeaux, transgressions are suffered and forgiven with flamboyant urgency. That is not to say the city is without lasting scandal or hardship, but one must squint past the gilding to be allowed even a glimpse, as Royans are very careful about the face they present, such with all the masks, such it is with the masks of nobility and the underbelly of their streets. I'm thinking more literal masks, though. Excerpted from the Val Royeaux Excesses Grand and otherwise by formerly Sister Laudine. What was this one? The Summer Bazaar. Ooh, the beautiful place we're at, right? We rededicated this jewel of Val Royeaux as the Summer Bazaar of the First Lion, to reflect the spirit of renewal that is at the heart of the capital and of our people. Let the strength of the four always guard the grace of the empire. Let the blossoms and promise of the changing seasons be a tribute to trade and public gathering. For here, in the name of the lion, Valmont, we will be an example to the world of how Orlesians respond to adversity. Our way cannot be threatened, for it embodies the truth of tradition and the promise of progress. The blight finds no purchase in the heart of commerce. A plaque dedicating the Summer Bazaar for victories earned and to come. Placed in the 5th age. Well, we got through it. We made it. Okay, let's keep running around. I don't want to fast travel anywhere yet. Oh, I want to examine. La Pomme Vie de Mort? It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. I agree. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbors of the Summer Bazaar. From our Orlesian heart by formerly Sister Laudine. Hey, what's up, guys? They're all running back for us. This is fun. I'm going to have to get some different outfits for my crew, though. I do think Solus and Varric are looking ridiculous. I don't know that there's a ton to do here, if that makes sense.
I believe that messenger is trying to get our attention.
I know, I believe you're right. Look at these guys.
The Templars didn't even touch you.
But they are... That's crazy looking. That's awesome. Okay.
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Invitation. First Enchanter Vivian. You are cordially invited to attend my salon held at the chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Yours, Vivian de Fer, first Enchanter of Montesmard, Enchanter to the Imperial Court. Very good. And, oh, now that these stores are actually in here, let's just pop in. See if we're allowed to talk.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
Ooh, very good. Look at this armor. Who the hell wears that? Big robots? Okay. Well, I just want to take a quick look here. Obviously, nothing I can deal with here. Armors and amulets. Stones. Valuables, fun stuff. I don't have to sell anything right now. I don't think I have anything on me. The Emporium of Mortal Means, a plaque reads, for all matters decisive, defensive concern, offensive intent, and study of arts martial, and with sanction magical. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna slow down a minute. Look at this. You guys have already played, but those flowers are cool. Oh, they're even moving. This place is beautiful. You, sir, Pierre.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages. Just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
Very well. Oh, there we go. Oh, so now we actually have some good-looking stabs, huh? Hold on, how are we doing? We have 1,200. Now, this is actually better than what I have. It's a level 8. I think I'm going to find things, though, I shouldn't have to pay for. But +8 magic, electricity damage versus fire damage. So, and Dreamweaver is fire. You know, I'm really kind of thinking about it. Disciple Ice Staff. That's cool, too. I do like cold damage, but some things... they all look neat. I love them all. But yeah, I'm going to take neither. We're just going to find a staff. I changed my mind. I was about to buy one. I'm not doing any of this stuff. Sturdy staff blade that I could add. You know what? Let's grab one of those. Ironbark staff grip. I'm just grabbing a couple things that we can experiment. I don't know if we have to always purchase them or we're able to create or find pieces. But I'll work on it later. Cool. Very good, guys. Now, if we look on our map here, I don't think we have a whole lot to do here, but I do think we have just a couple things. Upstairs and downstairs, like 3 little points. I could be wrong. There's also this question mark over here. Noble?
There is a war on, and the Templars just left?
Yeah, well, they're that way. We don't put a whole lot of faith in the Templars anyway.
Oh, make her hear my cry.
Oh.
Seat me by your side in death. Make me one within your glory. And let the world once more see your favor.
Of course not.
Okay. La Masque du Lion. We cheered when honored was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was first a knight, her ken and kind have always fought. From a plaque with dedication, La Masque du Lion, sponsored by Princess Corinne's first cavalier, for those we stood beside. Oh.
We should search the area.
Oh, we're searching the area, lady.
Wonderful.
The head of Madame Snappy Snips, what? Mascot of La Masque du Lion, named in jest, but genuinely respected. The Grand Mam, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the cafe. A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navaran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed he had yet to see a true return, or that we had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. Yea, it is a cruel victory, but today we have known Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, do we or will we find his body one day? And for the rest of us travel-weary, what we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sister of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind. Excerpt from the torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium. Nightingale. Oh, a new song.
You heard? Maybe.
I'm letting this rock for a second. You ready?
What are they up to?
Are they singing it all in real actual French?
Makeup.
What do we have here? All right. Well, we're gonna turn that down a little bit there probably, and go not of heroes, Mafrath, and sacrifice. Andraste, our lord, Andraste, our lady, the sword and the fire against Tevinter, betrayed to the empire in exchange for a kingdom. Mafrath, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won? And if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of faith pierced the imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against true Imperium, and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste, the inspiration may not have considered such, but Mafrath the general fought for homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Mafrath made the deal that killed Our Lady, that is fact, and when Andraste died, Mafrath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold this must have seemed. Let us look on Mafrath and the legacy of he divided among his sons, and not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration. For he must have known that more rivals had never stopped. He must have known that mere rivals had never stopped Tevinter. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was an accident? That's interesting. How then fared Isarath, Evrian, and Verald? Excerpts from A History, Not of Heroes, readings in the ugly heart of change. So a real history that things, we make up these stories and stuff. I can turn those tunes back on now. I had to turn it down once again for me.
Of course.
Of course. But what are we at here? Oh. Red handkerchief. Favors for friends. A different simple script on the back of a stable report marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage, could not stay to see them exit.
Let all repeat the chant of light.
No, let's not all repeat the chant of light right now. I am interested in looking around, though. This is cool. Place is oh, we're not going to go up yet. I don't think. Is there reading in this? There is. The summer home of Messer Glubs, a seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Messer Glubs remains unknown, save for that he was a gift from Ravani ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish age. What is it? Glub. Some sort of a shark or weird creature? Okay, we have a question mark and we need to go up top. I believe. Let's check our quest map here. No, we can go on this one first and then we'll come back. Go find this other red Jenny thing in the back. Now, who are you? Barnabas?
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
These masks. Okay, belts, potions, belt. Oh, potions belt. Increases the maximum capacity of each non-healing potion by the specified amount. All types of belts. And scarves and gold rings and just valuables. The Paragon Bronca carving. I just love it, guys. I don't know. I just like looking. I'm going to save my money for now. Oh, no. We have to talk to the revered mother, do we not?
This victory must please you greatly, Sika Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help, I don't know. A victim of fate? Why do you care? I'm just going to say someone who can help, or try to.
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
All right. Oh, I'm glad I found her laying on the ground here. So, what do you believe about me? Or how many Templars rebelled?
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
I wonder, too. How are people reacting? Somebody help this lady up, too, by the way. Take care of her.
How are people responding to all of this?
despair, fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
Okay, well, where have the Templars gone?
Where
That's
is
practical.
the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Yeah, but come on, like, the divine Justinia, right? She's the one who wanted this. They're just like denying it. It's like, oh, we didn't hear her say it. Or even if she did say it, would they still be contesting it? And then they would be going on her. We already asked where the Templars were. What does the Chantry do? What do you want him to do? Yeah, what do you want him to do?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire. Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the Conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
Yeah, where would he... are there any circles left he could be heading towards? What do you believe about me? Or I'll ask that.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
All right, but what will the Chantry do now?
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can, and leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us, and your Inquisition, is in the Maker's hands now.
What about Giselle? I'll stop this somehow. You could still help us. The Chantry made a mistake. I must say you could still help us.
It's not too late. The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
What's to stop you from trying?
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Okay. Well, let's search by the dock. Ooh, man, the art in this place. I just love it. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for propriety and the general dressing of the Bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just the loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three, as the sky is wounded for all to see. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notion, I ask that the writs of losses and missing remain, that the citizens, however indirectly, be allowed to post their griefs of known dead and the names of hopefully living, and with them their criticisms of how they've been told or not told. For while I have no doubt we as Orleans will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release, there must be grief, there must be mourning. If we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this day, this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion, Orlesian Guard, Summer Bazaar. Yep, reminds me, you know, little Mass Effect, the wall, right? Alright, well, our red scarf is over here.
All's well, it seems. Same old.
Look how pretty this is. I love it in the boats.
At once.
Miror del Mer Revel's Folly was cut from Val Royeaux in 8th Age 49 Blessed. It was the will of the mad Emperor Revel, who commanded a reflecting pool large enough to draw his vain deceased mother back across the veil. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room for his folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first 4 blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Gross, man. Lead water, too. Revel intended it for divination using boats as massive planchets, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The waters see little use today, save for lazy or fornication. What? Sojourns by the nobility aboard decorative gondolas. I still wouldn't go out there in a gondola if it's all lead water. Excerpted from and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital. I cannot get through those words. Killing me. All right. Wait, we're right there. That is a crazy one too. Favors for friends. Key lifted from drunk, swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Go search the upper market. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, tastes off. Waterbirds die off. Restocking failed. Fish not fit. Do not consume. I hear you completely. But that's one of the cooler looking places I've been. Oh man, we finally made it. Been hearing about this place, reading about it for, you know, the last 2 games, to have some context. Oh, we can't get up that way. Come on, guys. Can we call our horse? All right. And also, oh yes. What is in the middle here? The 3rd line of Orlais in respect to Duke Yvonne of Savarin. So there's 4 lines. Grace of the Empire South, the notice reads, reserved for his strangeness, Sir Sound, and his static puppet behind glass. Is this a...
You have it. Of course not.
The 1st line of Orlais in respect to Emperor Alphonse Valmont. The lines of Orlais, repeating element dedicated to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze and weighted with poison, one is chocolate, and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back and learn which is more dangerous to try, deny, or lay. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Ooh, from the lead. Love it. Grace of the Empire, the North Door, I guess. This display reserved for discourse political with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1/2 hour after. Okay, so that's just vendors that aren't set up anymore right now since everything's going down. I think we can get up there now. Is it back through here? It's got to be. City Guard. Well, either way, we haven't been here, so I'm going to check this out. What? Is that a hidden plaque? The Lover's Alcove. Every district has one, at least one, and the question must be, why is a place meant for dalliance declared in such an obvious way? And the answer, of course, is that obviousness is the entirety of the point. When manners and station will not allow impassioned words, such corners are places to be seen, not being seen. Entering with a paramour is as much a declaration as singing out in joy, which one of good standing must never do. The alcove is thus a dignified means of announcing romantic affiliation either for genuine partnership or to appear as such in order to spare a suitor a refusal. Dignity, of course, requires that one does not also make use of the darkness for actual physical gratification. This has, of course, never occurred. From our Orlesian heart by formerly Sister Ladine. Well, that's fun. Yay. Plaques everywhere. What's going on? Her Majesty's convenience. For Her Majesty's convenience, wood and vines defy the very sun and rain. Well, some of these seem a little off. What's up, Sister Antoinette?
What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Hevara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend Chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Aw. She's in her own thing over here.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands.
Beautiful. This whole place is beautiful. Oh.
Those who bring harm without
Victory in Shade, a plaque
to
reads.
the least of his children.
Here grows one of many strange trophies returned from liberation of Kirkwall in 7th Age 60 Storm, where brave Orlesian forces turned back the unstoppable Canary. A cutting salvage from a burning dreadnought was presented to Emperor Cyril, and it was tended to full growth by careful hands of Val Royeaux's master landscapers. At that tree. This is beautiful. I don't think there's a photography mode in this that I've seen anywhere, so I wish there was. There's another store. Or vendor. Let's just check his store first. Okay, so somebody's going to be like a super special hidden place. I mean, all this stuff is pretty expensive.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royeaux can be traditional.
Traditional indeed. Good. This is the way up, though. We're going to get it. Oh man, even better views. Wait. How do we get up there then? Let's check our quest map. So we're trying to get change floor. Where would we come up from? We have to come up from steps over on that side. If this is blocked, I think I get it. Okay. Well, let's run around the other corner. Well, now, first of all,
that was a change of affairs. You might find friends among the stunned and reeling.
First of all, there's a gallows here, which I didn't see the first time. She of the highwaymen repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. For comes my brother distant, for comes my savior soon. I stand here most insistent, I will receive my boon. Fellow soldier, hold thy voice, hold it if you may. Fallow shoulders, show my choice, I am in your sway. For know my crime was cruel, and all my pain deserved. I stand here as a fool, despite my brother served. Mother dearest, look away, look into the sun. Others nearest, gone astray, you will be undone. For no more will I prattle, and no more will I pray. Here you must the rattle, as life will fly away. From songs of old Orlais, she of the highwaymen repents. It's reminding me right away that we were fighting all those she people, or she of whatever in Kirkwall. But
my Maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, Maker, where is the comfort? Look away. I have broken the chant because it comes from my heart. What have we when our divine is dead and the sky burns?
A wonderful mustache, at least, sir. You broke the chant. What's that mean?
What do you mean you broke the chant?
Are you also ignorant of the Maker's most basic rights? The chant of light is how we honor the Maker. They are the only words that the faithful should hear from my lips. but I can't. Our divine is dead. Our Templars gone. The Maker's silence is deafening. What hope have we?
Aw. We should all be questioning. The Inquisition will bring order. Ask the Maker for strength. I'm going to say that. Be nice.
Pray to the Maker for strength, not forgiveness.
Have I not tried? Andraste, Maker, show me your light. Take me back in faith. I cannot find it on my own.
And the other point here, aside from that, is will this take us? Some areas have multiple levels. Press left trigger or right trigger to view them. Right, but can we just fast travel onto these? Like, I can fast travel to any of these points? Why would I? It's weird. A season of the four afoul. What? At this window, the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted... This whole place is a museum, by the way. It's insane. Did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Halavine. Hero, thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censured as per their station and relevant action. Lashings and labor disappeared and ostracized for the social season, respectively. Oh no, different punishments for different social classes, even with the same crime. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrical serialized adaptation, which reimagined the three as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand at her orchestration. The conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped, to comic effect. Generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair needed to be unrealistic. That's funny. And what? So the nobleman got the bad one, the worst punishment, and the thief got the ostracized for a season. Well, we can now use the world map to travel to the meeting point. Favors for friends. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document stuffed into its hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below in a misspelled script, Herald, go at me, praise Andraste. Oh, Herald, go at time. Praise Andraste. Taken together, the messages reveal a time, path, and a key location on the map. Well, let's just look around a little bit more here. But I am damn tempted to figure out... Oh, this is crazy. All types of places to jump around. Not of heroes, divisions, and distance. For a supposed creature of jealousy and greed, Mafrath is less so indeed. For while his word brought low the bride of the Maker, his prize was quickly divided and distanced. Let us consider the lesser of the sons in this matter. Of Evrion we know little. The middle boy, he was tasked with ruling the lands to be the Marches. No claim by the father was made. No in my name to humble. And that freedom is shown in the result, for Evrion himself was the least concerned with power. He among all led by example, not demand, and spoke only of sacrifice. When betrayal was revealed, Evrion acts as a man broken, dispersing his holdings to the various tribes. It was a penance that spared him his family, but it also dispersed influence. To this day, the free marches are scattered. Of Verald, more is known, for his actions bring him to the start of our nation. But his folly begins in Navarro, where we must ask, was this the will of a betrayer father or a mistake of youth? Mafrath gave rule to the youngest, Verald, and never claimed Navarra. Never did he sit on the throne, and he is thought to have rarely visited, but his name is hated there most of all, for it was bartered for legacy by the son. Unlike Evrion, Verald spoke not as example but to claim. Never his name was mentioned without that of his mother and father. His claims were bold, their actions were his, and their thoughts all shared. But from the father on his throne in Ferelden no word is recorded, and we wondered, was it deliberate? For when the betrayal was revealed, all with ties to Mafrath were vilified, and so strong were the ties that Verald was drawn that his court was killed to a man and he was forced to flee. He had he kept silent, as seems the will of the knowing father, and had he girded as the father had guided the elder, Isarath, then Verald might have remained to rule. All types of crazy politics saying maybe things weren't happening the way, or were happening for different reasons. It's interesting. But that would require that the betrayer not be as he is drawn, and it would have kept Verald in Hevara, and it would have kept Verald from Orlais, and it would have prevented the further betrayal that truly birthed Orlais. All types of amazing history. Now I can't help it. I think we have to keep looking around up here. It's just non-stop, man. Oh, more Randy Dowager, though. A nice little switch here. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. The Randy Dowager ignites winter passions with the collected conscripts, conscripted by love, being a tale of heroes come legends, the Grey Wardens and their shiny duty to claim those of promise who most suit their joining. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought, but spry of step. The lady herself says, always a classic when wardens come calling, or dare one suggest the reverse? Wait, calling, well, I don't know. 4 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. Love it. I just like the title of the Randy Dowager. That's cute. They sure like their readings in this damn game. We're coming up here. What's this question mark? Oh, what's all this? Oh, that's a fast travel point. Get out of my way, get out of my way. There's so much going on here. Who are you?
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, a shop.
May I see what you have? Your ware? Your ware?
Don't you mean wares?
No, I mean ware. I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
I love this. Is this item worth the money? But what is it?
I can't see it. Tell me what it is.
If you have to ask, you are not the one to buy it.
I need to know if I can use it.
And again, the point is missed. If mere use is your concern, you should go elsewhere. The person who claims this will not be known for using it. They will be known because they paid for it.
Right. How do you stay in business with
How
that?
do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
Doesn't need
My
to.
shop is a destination. Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute, in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
Okay. Well, is this item worth the money? Anyone can charge too much. I'm just going to say goodbye.
Well, goodbye then.
I get his point.
Yes.
Can we buy, sell? Mystery box for 10,000? Oh god, we want it and there's going to be nothing in it. Oh, look at that pretty face. We'll be back. We'll be back when we have our 10,000. Am I right? Okay, so there was that question mark over here, though. Let's see if it's actually over here. Or whether I was mistaken. This is beautiful up here, though. I think if we don't find anything else soon, we might hit this,
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea
Oh,
or
get
sky.
out of here.
All that existed was silence.
Okay, well, you know what? I could see us coming back here, because we probably will. Let's check our quest map, go to our world map. What is this? A friend of Red Jenny. A location near Val Royeaux was revealed by the clues left. Use the world map to travel to the meeting point. Yes. Do it.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Who's this?
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
I was hoping for this. You weren't at the conclave? I'm going to say I was hoping for this.
That would have been my first choice if you'd been willing to speak with us.
We're willing now. That's the important thing. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Yeah, because they're all holed up in Redcliffe. Those are the actual
Let us
rebels.
return to Haven.
Sure, let us. But we're not going back to Haven yet. Although we should, right? What is this fighting? Is this talking? I don't understand what we're running into here. Friends of Red Jenny. Okay, fend off the guards. Yeah, well, it's not a huge place. Let's see if we can do this. Oh. Let's, you know what? I want to try this for fun. Area of effect attacks. Area of effect attacks allow you to target groups of enemies. Use the left stick to target or point for a foe. A to initiate it. It's that wall here. Okay, interesting. And it hurts. Did it mess my own self up? I don't know. It's fun. Somebody say release the hounds. Oh, just the wall? Just... Oh, it's a different thing. I love it. So the wall, it's not the same way, but it'll create walls so we can be only fighting from one direction and control things. I love it. So cool. Oh.
Herald of Andraste! How much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Just say what?
What is that?
Just say what? Who is this?
Ugh.
Is this Red Jenny?
Squishy one,
Wait, no.
but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah.
I love her
Obey
already.
Me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
I love her. I love her. I love her. Some say that. Who are you? Yes, I am. Why? I needed to question him. No, we didn't. We didn't care. Some say that. Who are you?
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sera. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Fend off more guards. I don't know that there's going to be
Why didn't
that.
you take their weapon?
Oh, they don't have pants. Oh, that's hilarious. We're going to let them take care of it.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Well, I'd like to have you. I'd like a real introduction. First, you have to make sense. Did you set me up? No, it doesn't matter. I'd like a real introduction.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, 2. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sera. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
That's brilliant. You can provide soldiers. Can you provide noble allies? So you're offering spies?
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
I want her to join, I'm pretty sure, but let's investigate. Who exactly are your people? Why ask if I glow? Sounds petty and criminal. No, we're not going to say that. Why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glow. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
That's the hand.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Right. Who exactly are your people? I think it's everybody. I'll ask.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy.
Sparrows.
Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Right. I'm not going to go after her about petty and criminal. We want her.
All right, Sera. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
I love it. Oh, she's another rogue. Other than Varric. I was wondering if we'd actually get her. They who stand. We recruited a companion. Oh man, I'm so excited. Let's see here. I think we have to take her just for fun. Just keep her on us. Just so we can take a look at her. Codex unlocked. Sera. Let's go here. Well, let's go to groups first and some of this stuff. Then we'll hook up on Sera here. The Friends of Red Jenny. The Friends, don't poke them. It's tempting, because what else can you do? But don't. Never know what you'll get, because Red Jenny, she's been around a long time. She's everywhere, and she hits hard or she hits light. But the choosing isn't up to you. You want someone to get their desserts, and you save your coppers for a moral crow and know what you're getting. That's awesome. They're a distraction, whichever they are, keeps people busy in the Lord's edgy, and with the assaults not having any bearing, we've been paid to strike at guest rivals several times now. Bards should pay her a commission. And from Anonymous. My father went after her once. You want to lose your friends fast? Just say you're tracking hers. He found a report that said she was killed in Hevara. Everyone in that command, to a man, dead or hobbled, or somehow lost their clams during the winter following. Know when that was written? 52 years ago. I'll take a witch over whatever she is. Let her pick at the nobles. I think it's nature. Yeah, the mythology of it, right? How's it work? You tell me how to tell. Ask for something bad to happen. Eventually something does. Did she do it? Does it matter? Either way, you tell. You think you had a piece. Maybe that's enough. And then lastly, I know it was her. Keys do not simply go missing. And the horses, I suppose they were loosed quite by accident, and the fires that swept the southern quarter. The flooding in my summer home, the drop in the price of trade goods that just happened to coincide with my plans to sell the investments, the cholera I suffered last season, the weather that is inclement whenever I'm traveling. You cannot tell me all these things were mere happenstance. Perhaps your disbelief is her doing as well. You're dismissed. Everyone is dismissed. I love it. Yeah, just blaming everything on the friends of Red Jenny. And what else we got here? Was that it for the groups? I think so. We had tales. What kind of tale did we miss here? Oh, Nightingale's Eyes, which was just the song that we were listening to. Love it. If we don't stay up on this stuff, we're never gonna stay up on this stuff. Now, where are you? There we are. Oh wait, no, we have a couple of them. Grand Enchanter Fiona. Man, we probably have like 3 here. Grand Enchanter Fiona is considered an anomaly among mages. She is, for instance, the only member of the Circle of Magi ever to leave due to recruitment by the Grey Wardens, and then return. The circumstances of that return are largely unknown, but the notoriety she gained within the Circle allowed her to rise rapidly in the ranks. She became first Enchanter of the Montesmard Tower, and then elected Grand Enchanter at the college in Cumberland. The latter was based on her advocacy for greater mage freedom, a view she claimed her time with the Wardens supported. Urging for a vote on the matter led to the College of Enchanters' dissolution in the 9th Age 40th year of the Dragon. And then, when a note was attempted secretly to Lord Seeker Lambert of the Seekers of Truth arresting Fiona and her fellow enchanters. Following their flight to the ruin of Andaril's Reach, the escaped mages held and passed a final vote on the Circle of Magi's independence. This began the Mage Rebellion. While Fiona no longer holds the official position of Grand Enchanter, most mages still consider her an integral part of the rebellion's leadership. We have to go catch her in Redcliffe. That's probably like our next thing, major thing, is to get over there, right? I mean, we might do some running around in between too. And Sera. Is that the only one here? Let me just check. Yes. I'm so into this person. I don't know. I mean, we've had Varric with us a lot, so I just don't know, but we'll see. This report by Josephine has been defaced numerous times in different hand. On Sera, Red Jenny, and Velissima Lady Parts von Knucklefronts. Is that a little camel toe thing? I'm weird. It falls to me to comment on this Red Jenny, for as a creature of the court, I must have seen the effect of her actions, although I cannot be certain. Does that make them effective or ineffective? What I know is that she has vexed cities, guardsmen across Thedas, and always escaped. Accessing all available records, it seems clear that there have been multiple embodiments of the name, often at the same time. The limitations of communication are such that this is impossible to verify in the moment. A crude drawing of a guard with her breeches at her ankles. The severity of the attributed actions vary widely, from petty to outright vicious. While official reports label these actions unfair, I have knowledge of many named as victims, and several are of suspect character. Sera would call them something altogether untoward. Oh, come back. Yes, Mom, shits the lot of them. Is she like adding on this? She got a hold of the letter and we're reading it. There are tales of Red Jenny targeting criminals, slavers, and even assassins' guilds. The benefit of having a local is that they are invested in regional concerns. Although this obviously varies, I can discern no protocol. Don't need a title to be awful and deserve it. She keeps answering all the stuff here. So who is our Red Jenny? She has been amusing herself in Val Royeaux for some time, although it is clear from her accent that she is deeply Ferelden. She met with outright laughter. She met with outright laughter my inquiry as to whether she had any special elven concerns that I could address. I have conferred with Leliana about the danger of this group, and our estimation is that this incarnation of Red Jenny is at least a good distraction. Oh, the scary one cares, right? Or not. They underestimate her, I would say. Oh, and we got a power +1. What is this little place? Let's loot it up. Too many breaches. Did you see that? Too many breaches? Because she took all their pants. Oh, man. Velveteen. A Nug Totem. Man, there's always stuff, isn't there? It's always worth picking up everything. Well, I've been having a blast here. So we made it to Val Royeaux. A lot is changing. The world's changing. We do have to get back now and head back to our war table, set up some new stuff. I saw that we got notifications. Oh, how you doing, lady? She looks so cool. I was about to say my new Meryl, but there's no new for Meryl. She's just brilliant. Was there anything over here? So I never actually searched. Alright, you know what? Let's get the hell out of here. Hit the world map. We're ready to head back. Let's go to Haven. What's quest 1 of 2? Oh, we have to discuss Fiona's offer with the advisors and return to Haven's Chantry. Got it. Alright, we're back from Val Royeaux. Oh, we're going to have to go talk to Cassandra first and head on in, and we're going to do it all in the next episode.